Hello students, welcome back to video lecture series on the subject concrete technology. I am Mohammad Yusuf, assistant professor. So this is the video lecture number 8 on the chapter concrete mix design and testing of concrete. In the previous video lectures we have covered the chapter concrete. So these are the following points which I have discussed in the earlier, which are related to properties of hardened concrete, which are nothing but creep and shrinkage. So as you know the definition of creep and shrinkage, आप लोगों को creep क्या होता है, shrinkage क्या होता है, और what are the factors which affects on the creep and shrinkage you will learn very well in the previous video lecture. So students, what we learn today? So we will learn today testing of concrete, significance of testing, non-destructive testing of concrete, importance of non-destructive testing, and last one, rebound hammer test. So these are the points we will try to cover in today's session. So testing of concrete, what why it is necessary to test the concrete? So as you know that the concrete is used in the world after the water consumption. That's why it is necessary to know the quality of concrete for construction of various type of structures. So the quality of concrete can be investigated by performing the test on fresh concrete or by performing the test on hardened concrete. So in this video we are learning about testing of concrete in hardened state. So what is the significance of testing? टेस्ट कंक्रीट के टेस्ट करने के फायदे क्या हो गए? सो इट इज नेसेसरी टू फाइंड आउट द strength of concrete which is developed at the site after hardening. It is necessary, and you know that the concrete that will attain its full strength after a long period. If even if concrete has less strength, one comes to know of it only later when the concrete is already cast. But after some additional adjustment can be done on the site if you know the strength of concrete by testing. So that will be useful for further concreting operation that can be corrected for correct strength. So students, what is testing of concrete and what is the significance of testing? So can anyone tell me about significance of testing? Yes, so these are the significance of testing. So let us move towards non-destructive testing of concrete. As you know the word non-destructive, that itself shows that without destruction of concrete, how can you perform the test on concrete? That is called non-destructive testing of concrete. So it is useful in testing of quality of concrete of completed structures, that is finished work. By using this testing it is possible to investigate the crack depth, durability without destructing the existing structure. Means आप लोग suppose एक आधा structure, suppose one of the structure, एक structure है which is a old building, and you can perform. वहाँ पे आप लोग टेस्ट ले सकते हो concrete का without demolishing, without destructing the concrete. That is nothing but non-destructive testing of concrete. So in this diagram, as you are seeing that this is called as a rebound hammer, which is directly applied on the structure to investigate the testing of concrete. So as you know, the non-destructive test. Can anyone tell me what do you mean by non-destructive testing of concrete? So it is correct. So next, move towards importance of non-destructive testing. What is the importance? So the importance of non-destructive testing, the failure of concrete members does not take place, as you know that there is no needed to destruct the structure. There is no requirement to damage the structure to perform the test. Because of that, non-destructive, no wastage of concrete takes place. The strength of existing old structures can also be evaluated by these methods. Means you can compare the lifespan and durability of the structure by performing this test. So, and this simple is these tests are very simple in nature and you can perform it easily. Hair cracks, micro cracks and deep cracks in concrete you can easily find out and that can be easily detected. Moisture content, density, thickness and cement content of concrete member can be investigated by these methods. So what are those methods? What are those methods which are commonly used as NDT testing? So actually there are only two methods, rebound hammer tests and pulse velocity methods which are used to perform NDT testing. But in this session we will try to cover only one method of testing, that is called as a rebound hammer test or Schmidt rebound hammer test, which is commonly related to the compressive strength of concrete with the surface hardness. So students, can anyone define can anyone state what are the different methods of NDT testing? Okay, yes. So let us move towards rebound hammer test. Rebound hammer test एक्चुअल में होता क्या है? Actually, rebound hammer test is based on the principle that the mass rebounds due to the action of hammer on the concrete surface. Rebound hammer test, it consists of a spring control hammer that slides on a plunger within a tubular housing. So when the plunger, if you pressed against the surface of concrete, the mass is rebound from the plunger. The hammer impacts against the concrete and the spring control mass rebound taking the rider along with the guide scale. By pushing the button, the rider can be held in position and that allow the reading to be taken. The distance traveled by the mass is called rebound hammer. So you can perform this test horizontally, vertically, upwards or downward or at any intermediate angle. So students, this is the procedure. So can anyone describe the procedure how to perform the rebound hammer test? कोई बोल सकता है आप में? Yes. So this figure shows a typical rebound hammer. As you are seeing here, the concrete surface and the plunger. If you press that plunger against the concrete surface, that will rebounds the hammer mass, and that will shows a reading on a rider on a guide rod. As you are seeing here scale, on that you can easily calculate the rebound number. So this is the schematic cross section of rebound hammer showing operating principle. First of all, you have to press the plunger against the concrete surface. Then after that, hammer pushed against test object. After that, you have to release the hammer. Then you will see in this diagram the hammer rebounds, and likewise you can easily calculate the rebound hammer. So these are the some advantages of rebound hammer test. It is easy to operate within a short duration. You can perform it within a short duration. The rebound number that you are getting from that are easy to interpret, and you can easily calculate the compressive strength. That can be performed horizontally, vertically, and in an inclined position. So these are the some disadvantages of rebound hammer test. Rebound hammer that may be affected due to roughness of concrete surface. As you know, the concrete surface is very much hard. Because of that, they might get affected. The age of concrete also varies with rebound number. Suppose that is the cured concrete gives more rebound number than the fresh concrete. Surface moisture of concrete make you inaccurate rebound number. The size and shape of specimen also affects hammer impact. And type of concrete ingredients, that is cement, coarse aggregate, may also affect on the rebound number. So students, what are the advantages and disadvantages of rebound hammer? आप लोग बोल सकते हो? Yes. So we have discussed earlier what are the advantages and disadvantages. Beyond that, आप लोगों को पता होना चाहिए कि जहाँ पे एडवांटेजेस और डिसएडवांटेजेस होते हैं, जहाँ पे फायदे और नुकसान होते हैं, वहीं पर भी कुछ लिमिटेशंस भी होते हैं. तो वो लिमिटेशंस क्या है? While performing the hammer test, the limitations, सबसे पहला है smoothness of surface under test. The surface should not be smooth. If it is smooth, the plunger will slip out. Size and shape and rigidity of specimen. Means rigidity is mainly concerned with rebound hammer. Age of specimen means the concrete age. You have to consider surface and internal moisture condition of the concrete. Surface, it is rough, hard. Internal moisture means that may be porous concrete. That's why it will give bad results. Types of aggregate, you know the type of aggregates plays a very important role in strengthening of concrete. That's why what are the types of aggregate you are using, that also affects on the rebound hammer number. And the type of cement, you know the various types of cement while using preparing of concrete. Type of mold that you used for making of structure, and carbonation of concrete surface. As you know, the carbonation takes place in the concrete during the hydration process. So we have one of the video lecture on the rebound hammer. Let us see it. So rebound hammer is generally used to investigate the characteristic strength of concrete. And the rebound hammers is developed in 1948 by Swiss engineer Ernst Schmidt. You know that. Rebound hammers, that's why its name as Schmidt's principle. It consists of a plunger with guiding slides on that. This schematic diagram shows the label with sketch of rebound hammer. If you push the plunger on the concrete surface, that will rebounds, and if you again push the concrete surface, apply a force, the mass will rebounds. Here you are seeing the guiding rail that will show the reading on the concrete, and that is the rebound number. The typical relationship between the hammer which are vertically held, hammer will horizontally held with wet and dry conditions, that is shown here. So rebound number is nothing but the sum of 15 readings you have to record it. This table shows the average rebound number and quality of concrete accordingly. So these are various rebound hammers you can use while performing the test. Two different types of calibration required for different structure. So you can perform this test vertically, horizontally, and inclined position. So these are the some expected questions of this session. State meaning of entity, state importance of entity, state methods of entity, and explain rebound hammer test. So hope you understand uh, this point in this session. We will continue in the next section, the next method, what is mean by pulse velocity method. So thank you.